Perfect. And Cory, now that you know that you mentioned that too, for those who may have maybe they've heard about opportunity zones, maybe they've come across like a YouTube video or something like that.
Yep.
I know that we had T.I. and Killer Mike. They were talking about opportunities.
Yep.
You mind kind of giving us a real more robust, in-depth understanding of what opportunity zones are?
Well, and I want to make sure that I'm one, all respect to all of the people who have been out there pushing this narrative because there was a significant lack of consciousness about the legislation. Okay. The Opportunity Zones legislation used to be its own act. It was called the Opportunity Zones Act. Okay. What it was based on was some legwork that a lot of innovators, a lot of billionaires, and some very fortunate investors had talked about. How can we improve America? How can we rev up the American economy with all the things that are going on out there, all the ideas that are in America? What's happening to the American dream is the dream of the entrepreneur. If you've ever considered what is the essence of the American dream, it's about owning your own home, starting your own business. Okay. So I think that Opportunity Zone was born out of that thought process. How can we inject energy into our small business networks? And the issue was capital. Well, how do we get the capital down to the people? When the big crash happened and the banks were told, hey, we'll bail you out, but you got to lend money to the people, because it was all about the flow of cash to small businesses. When the flow of cash to small businesses stops, the economy slows down. When the flow of cash to small businesses increases, the economy picks up. Jobs are being created, all these things. So this legislation was written to spur the economy without fiscal economic stimulus coming purely from cutting rates. How do we actually take all of this money, this non-taxable money, and actually generate economy out of it? And it was, how do we get the money honestly into the hands of the small businessmen who need it? Opportunity Zones Act was written. It was a group called the Economic Innovation Group. If you go to their website, I think it's eig.org. And they were the key components behind the Opportunity Zone legislation. Problem was, how are we going to get it passed? It was a very bipartisan effort to put this legislation together. It was a bipartisan effort to get it passed. How did they get it passed, though? How did such a huge legislation that was going to benefit the wealthy in such a great way and potentially benefit minority communities in such a great way? I say potentially because it also has the potential to erase minority communities in a great way if they don't engage in this opportunity at the highest level. So